Morning, everybody. It's the 17th of April. We're Signal Centre talking ball. Joe Noble, Ian Coleman, and Steve O'Hare. Morning, guys.
Guten Tag.
We've
Good
made it
morning.
to Friday.
Whee!
Whee!
I had to check what day it was. Lost count.
Looking forward to your busy weekend, are you?
Yeah, exactly that. Another 3 weeks, eh? So was there any... Tash mentioned to me earlier, there was some sort of laying off of restrictions on certain things. I didn't...
I haven't
What,
heard
UK?
that.
Yeah.
No.
Pub?
No, pub was definitely not on there.
Oh, Jesus.
Ian definitely would have heard that.
I think there was...
Germany's they're pulling back their restrictions, but they're not going to open any pubs until
August the
August.
31st.
Fucking. What's the point?
No point in
Might as
living.
well stay in.
I think there was chat of that you can drive to places to go for a walk, which
Oh yeah, no, I saw that. There's seven points that the police, it's not the government, the police has said that you can do and not get nicked for.
right.
So you can drive to somewhere to go for a walk. You can drive, and then halfway through your walk, you're allowed to stop and have something to eat.
So you can go out for picnics, basically. So I mean,
Effectively, yeah.
I mean, it's all well and good, but people are going to abuse that, aren't they? They'll be down
I
the
would have thought
seafronts
so.
and
It was
the
on news.
national parks and all sorts.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. I think because they've been under pressure, haven't they? Because they keep on collaring people for.
And there was
You can go to a friend's house as well, but only if you've had a massive to do at home.
yeah, but again, obviously, don't wish anything bad to happen to people that are suffering from things like domestic abuse. But
Yeah,
again, it'll be abuse, won't it?
Yeah,
my missus say I've had a row with me. She's just going to go and have a booze up with her sister.
You're not allowed to have alcohol. You're not allowed to have alcohol if you go to friends' house.
That's the reason it started in the first place. Okay.
Only 9% of Britons want to return to normal life once lockdown is over. What's normal life? Apart from the pub, my life hasn't really changed.
Yeah, but that's a big thing
You'll be going
for a
straight
lot
to
of
the
people.
pub, won't you?
I'll be going straight to the rubber dub, yeah.
You've
I'm even
got
thinking
tent
about
outside.
building one in the back garden now.
Yeah.
Out of some old sleepers and stuff.
Then you won't need to go out, will you?
No, but a proper hermit.
Okay. Right, so trades yesterday, we were saved by Ian. And he
Ian.
on Sterling Oz. So we had a stop out on Sterling Swiss. We had a stop out on gold, but Ian come to the rescue
2.6
with a 2.64R. So that kept things moving in the right direction on the overall P&L. We're at 74.94%.
Nice one.
So nicely done. It is your honour today, Ian, if you've got something you want to lead off with.
I'm struggling again. To
I don't mind showing a few bits.
Look, he's chomping at the bit.
I've got something.
If you want to go first, you're more than welcome.
Okay. So overnight, there was some news about a potential cure for COVID-19 from Gilead Sciences, one of the big pharma stocks in the US, which is why we're seeing this big move this morning. And that really began quite late last night, actually. So there was a big spike up. You can see there at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was vicious, wasn't it?
FTSE 100. This is pretty much mirrored across the board in a lot of the other indices. But what I'm noticing is that there is the potential for some head and shoulders top patterns forming on the hourly charts. So was this or that move yesterday the big squeeze higher to flush out a lot of short sellers and leave it open for a potential drop lower? That's what I'm kind of thinking. This is the DAX. I mean, what I like. I mean, this is only a potential head and shoulders at this stage. We can't call it head and shoulders until it breaks that neckline. Then it will be an official head and shoulders. But at the moment, it's only potential. I do often like speculating on right shoulders when they squeeze up to these 78.6s or 76.4s, whatever it is that you use, because I think around there is kind of the last chance for saloon. If it's going to fail, it's going to happen there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see the move lower. So that's where you can get massive risk reward. I mean, the measured move of that target is down at of that pattern. So it's 9525, which if you sold obviously at that level there specifically with a tight stop, or what I'm looking at actually here is a break of that support there at 10,550. Then you're looking at sort of 15.3 R on that potentially if it comes in. Obviously, you've got to have good nerves and a good strategy for managing the trade to be able to hold on to it for that length of time. But that's what I like looking at occasionally. So that's what I'm looking at on the DAX.
Add volume to that as well, Joe.
I can do, yeah.
Just sort of, there is a downward sloping. It's not very obvious, but it is down. There is a downward sloping line on there. Oh, you got a volume profile, have you, or just the volume?
Cruise volume.
Yeah.
It's in favourites, I think.
Favourites.
Right at the bottom.
That would help if I looked at the alphabetical
Yeah,
ordering
you
of it.
sort of see it's downward sloping.
Yeah, slightly. I mean, there was.
Yeah, it's only slightly, but you see this. You see the spike. That spike that you highlighted on the right hand side. That is a sell. That's a bearish candle.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean
as well. Yeah.
So it is downward sloping. So that sort of like ticks that box as well. Go on then. Carry on.
Okay, so I like DAX, like FTSE, seeing it in the CAC as well, in the French market. That slammed straight into that level there and failed.
Perfect, that, Joe, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so that's quite nice indeed. We got short on that in our intraday analysis. As Steve touched upon there is further evidence of downward sloping volume there as well on the right shoulder. So all looking quite nice from a risk reward perspective, I think. So I'm going to jump on one of them. Which one though? Which has got the best R?
French. Do the French one.
Khaki.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sort of like seems to have struggled a bit more than all the others.
Got to be a weaker economy than the others as well, you'd have thought.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go real tight. 28 pips. Stop. Target the neckline because I don't think we get much more than that today. 4,320. So selling at 4,490, 4,518 as a stop. 4,320 is the target. So 6.6 R.
Well done.
Oh, I'm noticing that myself now. You've talked me into it.
Lovely. Right, who's next?
I'll have a go. Obviously, with Joe's outlook on stock indices, then we should see the dollar moving to the upside. So I'm staying away from the dollar. And I'm looking at euro sterling. The weekly chart, we've hit this support level here, which is at 86.84. And if we just come out a bit, we can see that on numerous occasions it's been support or close to resistance. So it's held back some selling. We are through the fib levels, but we are sort of seeing a bit of a bounce higher from there. If we go to this time frame, which is the 4-hour time frame, I think we're getting a double bottom. We've got bespoke support at 87.14. Now, I know we're below that, but we need a weekly close above that. So I'm looking for this to bounce higher. Using the correlation basket, we've hit a support level in euro. If we go to the hourly chart, this is the last one, we've got a bullish outside candle posted this morning. So I'm looking to get long. Let's just put that there.
Actually, I've just realised you can't short the CAC, can you?
Why not? It's a short selling plan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I just tried.
Ah. Better change that then.
No, we'll let you have it. It's like,
I'm gonna say we don't stick to those rules, do we?
No.
So 87, the figure. As you move target 88.05, can have a stop below there. I think that's quite nice where it is actually. 20 ticks. 5.25R. So long 87, stop at 86.80, target 88.05, which is the double top target if we get there.
Like that.
That's me.
Okay.
Come in, Steve.
I will. I'm a little bit annoyed with gold yesterday getting that wrong, because obviously, I don't want to do that. Do I? This is the one I want. This is the daddy I want. Yeah, so that's what I was looking to do. I was selling around here on gold. It had that sort of final spike up, formed a right shoulder.
Didn't you have an intraday sell on the break?
Yeah, selling a break, but it happened late.
Mm.
So a bit gutted about that. But I'm looking to sell that if it rallies up to 1705. I'm looking to get short there. I think it could have a little bit of follow through. I quite like the silver, so I'm going to go for this today. Obviously, you'll get the commodities like silver and gold. Once the stocks have rallied, they'll have a little bit of a sell off on the back of that. Dollar obviously is stronger. It's got above that 100 level on the index. VIX is still hanging around the 40 level. So yeah, silver's the one that's really having a bit of a tough time. I'm looking to sell a rally in there, but gun to head, I'll hit it at market now. 15.19. Stop on the trade. I'll put above there. 15.40. And the target I'll look at, I was looking at earlier 14.60. Well, I'll do 14.59 and 15.39 because then it sort of makes it an even number. 3-to-1 risk reward. Selling it here at 15.19. Well, 15.20 it is now. Stop at 15.39. Target of 14.59.
Beautiful. Lovely stuff. Ian, have you seen, what do you think about Head and Shoulders in possibly in cable as well? Is that something that's on your radar?
It wasn't. Show us.
Uh,
Oh, to the upside.
no.
Yeah, so reverse Head and Shoulders.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Head and Shoulders top. On the
no, I can see a bottom. I've just clicked on the hourly chart. I can see a Head and Shoulders bottom.
No, let me share it quickly.
You're looking at a different time frame, Joe. Don't say you were looking at hourly as well, because we really are in trouble
looking
now.
at hourly, yeah.
We've got caught out massively. We've got no idea what we're talking about.
Oh, let me show you my hourly.
That's a bit of a...
Ian, have you got your computer screen up the wrong way again?
I could have. I tell you, my results this week.
No, you're looking at Ian. You're looking at the last few days, aren't you?
I'm looking at last few minutes. I'm looking at. No, I'm not. I'm looking at. I am looking at selling it cable, but let me share my screen then. But higher up. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we? Up here. 78.6. Only because I've got a bespoke resistance here at 26.04. But isn't that a reverse Head and Shoulders? Left shoulder.
Yeah, you're looking at the last
right
2 or 3
shoulder.
days. Joe's looking at the last couple of weeks.
He's squeezed it out, and but I still can't see it.
Yeah.
It was a bit weak, to be honest. Okay. Anyway. Lovely. News-wise, I think we touched upon a few of the overnight headlines with Gilead Sciences and their potential cure. Data releases yesterday. We had the jobless claims that edged to declined to 5.25 million. I mean, there was some different calls on what was actually expected.
5.4 I had. Well, no,
5.5 was expected. On
5.15, our guy said yesterday that it was expecting. It came in at 5.25, but then
it's 22 million anyway in 4 weeks.
It's lumpy, whatever way you look at it.
Yeah, good reason for the stock market to rally.
Yeah, cracking. The US seem in a real hurry to get things back up and running, don't they? And I think it's probably being led by Trump because he wants to get his campaign underway and show that he's saved the economy. But
he backfooted it yesterday, didn't he?
Seems a bit too early. He's talking about getting sports back up and running with no crowds. He's got the guy in Ohio saying he wants the economy to restart on May the 1st. When Germany, who've had, in terms of death rate, significantly less than anybody else for considering the number of cases they've had, are keeping everything shut till the 31st of August. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, for them?
Just the Germans are probably enjoying it, I suppose.
Spreading like wildfire throughout the US by looks of things.
Yeah, it's not good.
Actually, they've still got a few planes going off, as you showed yesterday.
Yeah, mental amount of planes going on domestically. Chinese GDP declined 6.8% in the year to the first
Record, isn't
quarter. That is a record decline. Also, the first negative outcome since 1982.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Everything's
they should
fine now.
lower it-
Stocks
maybe-
keep going.
Maybe they should lower their interest rates.
Maybe.
That might work.
Start throwing cash out the window at people.
Yeah.
There was a few pictures on Twitter of how people were spending their Fed checks.
Oh, really? They've got them.
Going to buy new TVs and stuff. You sort of got this queue of people buying massive TVs.
What, Samsung and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
all of those stores were closed.
I think the Walmarts and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, they didn't open the doors. They just went straight through the windows.
Yeah.
They weren't
Let
buying
me
them.
spend my money.
Get it spent.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah,
that's what
bad.
they
Like
spend
playing internet poker, surely.
A magic hand coming through and giving me a cup
that.
of coffee. Lovely. Excellent.
it. Okay. So UK lost a bit of ground. Obviously, we extended our lockdown for a further 3 weeks as a minimum.
Yeah, 91% of the population agree with extending the lockdown, so that's great.
Not much else, I think. Data-wise, we've got Eurozone inflation at 10 a.m.
Lovely. I can't believe it's the weekend already.
I know.
It's nice, isn't it?
What are we going to do ourselves?
Well, hopefully the weather won't be too bad, and then we'll be able to sort of like.
Forecast is nice Sunday, I think.
Okay.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday rain, Sunday.
Save my boozing
Sunday
for
sun.
then.
So Saturday's going to be very wet because we're going to be drinking,
Yeah.
and
Funny,
Sunday's going to
we'll see
be a
in the
recovery
garden.
day.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Lovely.
Sounds like a day for painting again.
Yeah. Enjoy that, mate. I think what you should do is start working on that pub.
Yeah, might do. I need some wood though.
Let's go out nicking some scaffolding boards or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah. Daily exercise is running along the streets with scaffolding boards. All right, guys, let's round it up there. Have a great weekend, everyone, and we'll catch you on Monday.
Cheers.
Enjoy.
See
See
ya.
you lads. Bye.